Hello everyone. So today we have the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. I have no scenario for this video. I'm just going to show you, or let's analyze the market together. So the first thing we're going to have is our seasonality, and those are the parameters I use. So what we can see is from Monday to Friday there is a clear downtrend, as you can see. So you can see a clear downtrend on the first 3 days, Monday and Tuesday and Thursday. So this is enough to know what's the general bias. So we're going to look for shorts. And now what's the second thing to do is I'll come back to the 30-minute charts. It doesn't matter if you use 15 or 30 or even 1 hour charts. All works. So I will have weekly raise. So the last week was over here, and I can use fixed volume range on this level, or I just can use the anchor, so from here to the end. And now let's identify our levels. So the first thing you need to do is identify huge volume nodes, and then on the edges of those huge volume nodes there would be cuts in volumes like this, or we call it low volume nodes, as you can see over here. And now where to draw the levels exactly is where there were rejection on in price action. So let me just have my box. So at this level, let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see more. So now we're going to have our level. So let's make those levels. So we can clearly see that on this low volume node there was a reaction over here. I'm covering the whole area, as you can see. Rejection 1, rejection 2, rejection 3, then breakout, another rejection, another reaction here, another reaction, and another reaction. So there is many reactions. So this is a very strong level. Besides, it's on the edge of a very huge volume cluster, or volume heavy or high volume node. So this is our first level. The second level will be at this spot. So I'll have my box. And then I will just draw it a little bit down so I can target those two resistance. So this is the wall level. And there is one on here when there is a rejection over here, as you can see. There is one downside, which is this level. So now that we've finished making our levels, I will just delete those. Now we have our levels. So what's the first thing we can clearly see? I will show you something before we go deeper. So this is the normal volume profile, normal distribution, like this one over here, like this one, like this one. So those on the edges, when there is low volume nodes, there would be the areas we marked. I need to do something just quick. So I can show you better. So this is, let's say, this is the price and it's coming back over here. So there is a breakout at this level. And then when the point of control, price will spend a little bit time. And then if there is a breakout, let me just, so price will spend a little bit time here. And if there is a breakout on this level, then what do you expect? We don't wait price to come back to this level to retest and then go long, but we wait. What just happened? I have no idea. Anyway, so if price come over here, spend some time on the point of control because this acts like a magnet, and then break through this area. So this was a resistance, and when price break through it, it automatically turns into support. So we don't wait for price to come here and then we can long from this level, but we will wait a retest to this level and then we can long. So it's the same thing here. When you see those levels like this, and as we can see over here, so price came back over. Price came back here, and then there is a reaction, but it couldn't break through this level. So on the edges, it couldn't break. So in this case, price didn't break through. So price, let's say it came back from here and then spent some time, but it rejected this area. It didn't break through. So what can we do right now? So wait price to come back over here, and then we can long to the point of control as TP1, and as TP2 we can long to, or we can go to here. So TP1, TP2, and you can put our stop above the last rejection over here. So what I will do right now is there is another indicator to use, which is the VWAP, that will show you which level to use. So the VWAP is closer to this level. So what do we expect? We expect price to come back over here. So this is just for confirmation, but for me, there is rare cases where I use it. But in this area, there is a breakout into our zone and then rejected this level. Price came back here, and you can say this is a consolidation level. So the next time price come back over here, I can just enter here, put my stop, just let me delete this arrow, put my stop just beyond this rejection, and I will target the point of control, which is here, as TP1, and TP2 I will target over here. But since I'm greedy and the seasonality is going bearish, then I can target this level as TP1, and I can target other levels as TP2, like let's say, let me just fix this. So I can target this bearish move. So this bearish move got rejected over here, so I can target this level. And then there is this bearish move, it got rejected at this level, so I can target also this as TP1. So for the first one, I'll target the end of this bearish move, or where it got rejected, and then I can target this as TP2 and this as TP3. So when there is a huge downtrend like this, let's just calculate the average daily return of the Australian. So I can give you how you can target your take profit using statistics. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'll insert another one here, and no need. This is the return, so I didn't need this one. So this is the return, which is the close minus the open divided by the absolute value of the open. So this is the average return when price is negative, and this is the average return when price is going positive. So it goes down more than it goes up for the Australian dollar, because usually the Australian dollar pair, the USD is stronger. So for average it goes minus 0.5 per day. So you can see that this is nothing. So if I put my TP out here, this is literally nothing. So minus, it's the half of the average daily return for negative days. So can easily target this level, which is just one bearish day. So for TP I can just go like this. I can target the next point of control, which is here, and I can target where this bearish move ends. But if you want a safer option, I suggest you target this point of control, because the price moves like this. So the price moves like this. Why? Because if let's say price is consolidating here, which is at this level, we're consolidating, and then price break through this level, it means there is not enough liquidity for the institution trying to buy. So price will go heavy, or price will trend up, trying to find the next liquidity zone. And what's the next possible liquidity zone is the point of control, which means in the past there was as you can see over here, there was so many liquidity, so price will expect, or institutions will expect, to find liquidity at this level. So if there was no liquidity at this level, you will find price rejected so much, so it will go like this. But this is very rare case where point of control is acting like support or resistance. This is a very rare case, because most cases those heavy volume clusters you can find liquidity even after a year. So market has a very long memory. So if we do not find it, which is very rare, then price can reject. And even if it's very rare, then we can take we can't risk, even if it's 1% rare. I can't go beyond it to this level, because this is the low, we can say the low value area of this volume cluster, or secondary volume cluster, and this is its own point of control. So this is where I expect price to go. So what I will do is I'll just go at this level without risking more. So even if it's very low probability price to reject it from here, but you can, in trading, you're just trying to find the best possible opportunities, and let's make it a little bit perfect. This is enough. 4.6 risk reward ratio, the entry from here, and we target this level, and then we can, if there is a breakout from here, let's say a price do this and there is a breakout, then I can just enter a mini position here and target this level over here anyway. So this is our initial position. You can see entry, profit, target, and stop loss. And this is our idea for today. I had no scenario, I just started analyzing with you with no prior ideas, as I told you. Thank you for watching.